I just wanted to thank you and Peace One Day again for an opportunity like that. You know, over the many years we've been working together and that I've been contributing, I've always had, you know, I've had the good fortune to, through you, to spend time with people like the High Commissioner there, really motivated, intelligent, inspirational individuals who are acting, doing, and really trying to create a better world, a peaceful world. And, you know, every time I do it, you know, I'm like anyone else. I'm running around busy or, you know, trying to squeeze stuff in. But every time I do it, I leave feeling more enlightened, more inspired, a little better off in understanding and appreciating the world's issues, but always feeling better. And I feel like Peace One Day is fundamentally that. It's an opportunity to learn, to inspire, but also to walk away feeling like you've contributed to a global community, to a sort of global hope. So thanks.
Thanks, Jude. That's very kind of you to say so. And you know how I feel about the support that you've given for over 20 years. I mean, it's remarkable. You know, and as we sort of reflect back, you know, this year's Peace Day, I decided that I would go to the woman at the Foreign and Commonwealth Office who helped get the resolution through that nobody knew, and get Adrian Edwards, and go to Dave Stewart, who wrote the first ever song, and speak to Ahmed Fawzi, and speak to Richard and the Secretary General.
It's a lot of years have passed, and great to go back and touch those folk again.
I just wanted to ask you, as we sort of reflect back and think back, I mean, there's probably a few fond memories that you've had, or special memories, ones that you have sort of stuck with you. I mean, I think everybody knows now that you have gone out of your way to support me and Peace One Day, you know, by going to places like Afghanistan and the Democratic Republic of Congo, and indeed many other places. But I think if we think back over these 25 years, what are a couple of memories that spring up for you?
Too many to unfortunately share all. Certainly our trip to Afghanistan, both trips, but I think I remember the shock of the first trip and the communities we were going into, and especially the young people, and this sense from them that we were trying to explain what peace was. They had no concept of it because they'd grown up in an environment of conflict. And their eyes lighting up as you described what a peaceful environment, what a peaceful community might be. I found that deeply moving. Both them realizing the potential of that, but also, you know, the dismay of feeling like it wasn't something they knew or could understand fully, but had to be led to. It was like an imaginary concept. And then going back and really feeling the warmth from their community when the ceasefire had occurred, and that we had proven that, you know, something positive could come from this. It was a wonderful sense of reward. And then again, this disbelief that was sort of thrown our way when we announced that we were going to go to the DRC and have this concert, and people assuming that it would turn into just, I don't know, chaos and riotous, and we pulled it off. And again, it was just glorious to see this mass of people having a wonderful time and celebrating and reveling in the potential, in the hope, in the idea of peace. And for that moment, the dream, the sort of spirit of peace washing over the crowds as they had fun and enjoyed each other's company. That and all the people that I've worked with alongside you, I've just always so enjoyed meeting the people that have given up their time, given up their experience, to keep the momentum of this organization going. And obviously there are far too many to list, but each individual that I've met along the way, I've really enjoyed those encounters.
And I think that, I mean, lastly, Jude, I just want to say, I've often heard you talk. I mean, you're a filmmaker, you're a producer, director. I mean, you're obviously an extremely accomplished actor, and manifesting content all the time. But I think that one of the things that you've liked about our story is that, in essence, we're both filmmakers, and we've wanted to use film to inform and inspire and perhaps engage people towards impact. Was that the kind of thrust for you when we first?
That was absolutely the gateway in. It suddenly made sense. I didn't want to get involved in anything that didn't sort of make sense to what if I couldn't contribute. And suddenly it was exactly that. I think we had a conversation and I recognized suddenly, yes, he's a filmmaker too. And I wanted to contribute my abilities as a filmmaker. But that's in a way blossomed almost now into a storyteller. I mean, we're also about telling stories, telling true stories, telling stories from around the world, and perhaps creating a story for the world to fulfill, which is a story of a world brought together by peace. And stories, you know, whether it's, you know, thousands of years ago, sat around a fire, sharing stories of, you know, the threat of the dark forest or the hope of a new season or a new a summer or a pasture, you know, that you're walking to. The idea of hope, the idea of sharing stories that inspire that, whether they're true, whether they're fictional, are a part of our DNA. They're a part of who we are. They're how we express ourselves and how we communicate. So that idea of filmmaking, storytelling has absolutely bonded what I do and what I love and what I understand to the organization and to what you do, and what I hope involves everyone else.
Jude, thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for everything. Thank you for over 20 years.
I can't believe it. Well, I can when I look at how old I look in this footage. the various haircuts and facelifts over the years. No, I'm joking.
But listen, mate, thank you for those decades.
I love you. You know I mean that. And congratulations, mate.